On the pitch, things are going reasonably well, but it's off the pitch where we're still having most of our problems. And as a result of the problems that we have had off the pitch, it's been a very busy winter transfer window, with 7 players leaving and 6 coming in. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to West Ham, Part 10, Season 2, here in the Beta Save, where we are just taking a very quick look at what the game has to offer in FM24. And whilst things are going particularly well on the pitch, considering we are still in most of the competitions, it is very difficult off the pitch, and we do have a lot of problems with injuries, and we also have been having a lot of player unhappiness issues, which have been very difficult to resolve. This has culminated in 7 players being sold in the January transfer window, but it doesn't seem to have stopped the problems. They still keep coming. But despite all that, things on the pitch are going particularly well. And in the Premier League, we have played 29 games now and we have 51 points. We are still challenging for that 4th spot, the 4th Champions League spot. I can't see us getting any further up the table than that, but it is a real possibility that we could slip past Brentford and Everton and finish the season in 4th, qualifying for the Champions League. That would be a really good finish to the season and a very good performance over the 2 seasons we've been in charge. Also, we are still in the UEFA Europa League. We are still in the round of 16th, and we will be playing in the second leg of the round of 16 against OL today. And we are currently 3-1 up in that tie. So all to play for there. And that's a competition that I really believe that we could win. So overall, the season, despite all the problems, is actually going very well on the pitch. But before we take a look at what exactly has been happening on the pitch and all the ins and outs of the issues off the pitch, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, you are definitely in the right place. So why not? Subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff and help us to grow, help us to support the very good work of the British Heart Foundation. So let's jump in and quickly take a look at what has been happening on the pitch since your last visit, and there have been a number of games since you were last here. And when you were last here, you saw us have that 1-0 victory against Antwerp, and we followed that with a very dull 0-0 home draw against Bournemouth. We then followed that with a 2-1 victory against Tottenham, which was very quickly followed by a 2-2 away draw at Leicester. Again, a game I consider that to be points drops. We then beat Tottenham again by 2-0, and then followed that with a 2-0 defeat away at Liverpool. Crystal Palace was next at home, and we beat them by 2-0, and we followed that with an FA Cup third round 3-2 victory away at Plymouth. Manchester United beat us at Old Trafford by 1-0, and we followed that with a very nice 2-1 victory against Manchester City at home. In the Europa League against FC20, we managed to win that one by 4-1, and we followed that with a 5-1 victory in the FA Cup 4th round against Barnsley. Hoffenheim just proved to be quite difficult for us in the Europa League, and we ended up drawing 1-1 at home, but we had done enough to qualify in the top 8, and so we went straight to the round of 16 and avoided the playoffs in that competition, which was a bonus. And then Wolves, we beat them at home by 4-1 in the Premier League, and we followed that with a 2-0 defeat away at Brentford, and strange results just kept coming. We followed that with a Premier League home victory against Leicester, and then Chelsea came to town and beat us 2-1 at home. And we were soundly beaten in that game, to be fair. But then the very strange result, we were beaten away at Bournemouth by 3-0 before we bounced back again and beat Leeds in the FA Cup 5th round by 3-1. We then beat Leeds again in the Premier League by 3-0. And we have in our most recent game played away at Olympique Lyon, and we managed to beat them away by 3-1. And so in the second leg, which we will play after the Aston Villa game away in the Premier League, we should be all set to go through to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. And this is a competition that I believe that we can actually win. I may be over-optimistic, but I do feel that circumstances are right, and the teams that are left in it, we do have a very good chance of winning that competition. And so today is going to be two very important games. We need to get a good victory against Aston Villa, and we need, of course, to win against Olympique Lyon to get into the quarterfinals of that competition. Two very big games, and I'm hoping to get good results in both games. In the transfer window, we will need to go through this very quickly. There was a lot of things going on. And 7 players have been sold and 6 players have come in. We have let go, if we can get down to where January begins, we have let go of a number of key personnel. Emerson went out to Al Duhali for £28.5 million. Nathan went to Al Arabiya for £15.75 million. Saeed Benrahma went to Middlesbrough for £27.5 million. Souček went out to Nice for £25 million, rising to £32 million. And Maxwell Cornet, he went out to Sassuolo for £7 million, rising to almost £9 million. Flynn Downs went out on loan to Rangers, and so the squad has been pretty much decimated over the last couple of months. But we have brought players in. And there are 6 players that have come into the club. Carlos Soler, he came in for £20 million from Manchester City. He is a central midfielder, right winger, looks like a very decent player, has all the right attributes in all the right places, and I think he is a very good player and a very good signing. And then we brought in Pavlovic from Salzburg for £48.5 million, rising to £55 million. We broke our records with this signing. He is a central defender. I like him. He's a very, very good player, a very good defender, and I'm hoping he's going to do a very good job for the money that we paid for him. And then we brought in Gonzalo. I'm not quite sure about him, but my director of football found him. I had a look at him and thought, why not? For £275,000, why not give him a shot? He's come in from Real Madrid B. The supporters seem to like him. They seem to think he's got a lot of potential. And so he's come in and he's gone straight into the first team squad. And we've played him a couple of times and he hasn't done that badly. So overall, I think he might prove over the years to be a very cunning little signing for just a few quid, that boy. I think we've done well to bring him in. And then we've brought in Eric Garcia. He's come in from Barcelona for £22 million. He is a central defender, but also can play as a deep line playmaker at the base of the midfield. He has all the right attributes. He's a very good player. He is 24 years old, has a big future in front of him, has no negatives to talk of, and I think he's an excellent signing. And then we've brought in another goalkeeper. We've brought in Carlos Coronel from New York for £3.7 million. Fans don't like him, but I think he looks like a very decent backup goalkeeper, and I'm quite happy with having him on the books. We do need a lot of goalkeepers this year, and he seems to fit the bill for me. And then I brought in another young boy, Thomas Gillickson. He's come in from Bode Glimt. He's come in for £6.5 million. I think he is a bargain. He's 21 years old and he can play in several different positions. He's a good utility player. I think he's a good signing. I think he has a big, bright future ahead of him. And I think that is money well spent. And so it has been a very, very busy transfer window. It's not something that I normally like to go through, but unfortunately the dynamics forced me into selling players who were extremely unhappy. And they are still unhappy. And we've added to our list. We got rid of most of them, but Jared Bowen is still there. He wants to move to a bigger club. And fortunately, nobody is backing him. And we have David Jurasek, who is unhappy, just wants to be playing more games. They all want to be playing more games. But there are 2 who are problematical. James Ward-Prowse feels that there's a lack of sufficient quality in the goalkeeping department. I have 4 goalkeepers in my squad now. How many goalkeepers am I supposed to have? I cannot bring in 4 quality goalkeepers. I have to have backups, and therefore the backups are not going to be as good as the main goalkeeper. So I don't know how to solve that problem. But Ward-Prowse has got a bee in his bonnet, and 15 people actually agree with him. I have 4 goalkeepers. What else can I do? And then we have Mohamed Kudus is unhappy now because he wants a new deal. I don't have the money to offer him a new deal. 11 players think that he has a case. I can only, if he comes to me again, I can only say to him, okay, we'll offer it to you in the summer. If he doesn't accept that, it's another one who will be out of the door. He's worth a lot of money, and I think we're going to be finding in FM24 we sell players a lot and make the money on them and then buy somebody else in. I think keeping the same squad together over a long period of time is something that belongs to the past. And so it's been fairly successful in the last few months since you were with us last. We do have 2 big games now we have to get ready for. Aston Villa is the first one. I need to get the team ready. We will see you just before the kickoff. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today against Aston Villa is Stefan in goal with Stanisic, Mavropanos, Pavlovic and Jurasic at the back, with Alvarez, Ward-Prowse and Solé in midfield. Lino, Paqueta and Tony will play up front. We do have a couple of injuries that we are concerned about. We have Areola out, which is why Stefan will start. And hopefully, though, this is a team that can beat Aston Villa. I really hope that we do have a team. We have had to rest a couple of players as well. So hopefully the rested players will come back for the Olympic Lyon game. And I think, if we carry on the way we've been doing, we'll do well. And I have faith in this team. We have to go out there and make a difference today. We have to go out there and win this game against Aston Villa. I'd like to think we can get into 4th spot, but it is Aston Villa who have started the better, and we are struggling to get anywhere into the game. We're not getting any possession in the opening minutes, but we are coming back into it a little bit, but it's still all the momentum with Aston Villa. Aston Villa are a good side. We'll do well to get anything out of this. If we look at where Villa are, they are in 8th in the Premier League, somewhat underachieving this year, whilst we are overachieving. But it's going to be a tight game. We haven't created anything at the moment. I'd like to think we can do a lot better than this, and we have to start creating something. I'm going to give them a shout in a minute and tell them this is not good enough. And if we can't get back into this game, we are a goal down immediately, and we need to get back into this game. I'm going to change things a little bit. I'm going to play a little bit more positive now, and we probably... And we have Paqueta, who is injured. The injuries just seem to be going on and on and on. And it's really frustrating. I'm going to go and change things a little bit, I think. We're going to play a little bit more positive. I want to push the team up the pitch a little bit more. We've got to get at Villa. This is not good enough, and it is. We do have a highlight, though. Here is Lino. Lino finds Jurasic. Jurasic is looking for Tony. Tony back to Jurasic. Alvarez is looking for support from Stanisic on the right. Can we get the ball into the box? There's a nice pass we are in, and it's a good save. And I thought we were going to equalise there, but unfortunately it's not to be. We do have a corner, though. We're still in 6th. But I'd really wanted to win this to put pressure on the teams above us, and it's not going to happen, though. It doesn't look like it's going to be our day. As Pavlovic, he looks back for Jurasic, and it comes to nothing. I'm going to go and make some changes, I think. And we had started with the low block, and so now we have come out of that low block. We're going into the high press. I have to get after them. They are absolutely annihilating us, and I think we're just, by sitting back, we're letting them do that. I don't think that FM is a game that you can sit back and just soak up pressure anymore. You have to go out there and try and win it from the get-go. And this team are going to be told, what was that? Get your act together. Ivan Toney's having an absolute nightmare again. You can always tell when things are not going well. Your front three are having an absolute dreadful time. Ward-Prowse is terrible. In fact, they're all terrible. Absolutely dreadful, a lot of them. And I'm going to say I'm not happy with your performance. They've got to do better. And it's my fault. Starting with the low block wasn't going to be today. And at the moment, if we look at the table, I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but it is going to be Aston Villa coming forward again. They do have a chance. It's headed clear. It's coming out to Digne. Digne looking to get it into the box. It's a good tackle, but here come Villa, and they almost make it 2-0. I think what I need to do is go to the opposition, get some more opposition instructions from the assistant. It is all Villa. There's nothing I can do. I've changed the system. It's still not working. And this is something that I found in FM24. It doesn't matter if you change things. Once the result is decided, the result is decided. And I think what we might do is change again. And I'm going to go and play in the Brazilian attacking system and see if that doesn't make things better for the last 30 minutes. We still can't get a foot into this game, no matter that we've changed the system. I'm going to go and make some changes. And so I have made my changes, and I don't think it's going to make any difference as we just cannot get into this game at the moment. We've had all the possession, we just can't create chances, and it's just not going to be our day today. And sometimes in the games today, the FM games today, you just have to accept it's not going to be our day. You can't influence that and make these players play any better. They haven't turned up. They clearly have not turned up. It's been a very poor performance overall. And we're lucky it's only 1-0, to be perfectly fair. We have had 100% shots on target. We just haven't created enough. We've only had 2 shots today. It's not been good enough. It's almost game over. Rooney is over a free kick, and if we get something here, we'll be very, very fortunate. As Gonzalo, he's looking to get to the byline. He can't. He looks inside, finds Gullickson. Gullickson drives it into the box. We do have a chance, and we have equalised. And lordy, how can we get something out of this? Or is it going to be disallowed? The referee is checking for the VAR. It has been awarded. We've managed to get something out of this. That's totally wrong, in my opinion. We've stolen a point. We were never at the races, and looking at the players and the the ratings that we've had, but it's not over yet, as Aston Villa are looking to come back at us. We're going to go back into the low block to try and see this out now. Villa look like they're going to score, though. They blasted over the crossbar, and so we're just going to go into the low block for the last 3 or so minutes just to see out the game. We have not been in this game at all, and we're very, very fortunate to have come out of this with a point. Very, very fortunate. And I'm not happy with... I'm going to say I don't like what I saw. They were terrible. Absolutely dreadful. But we have jumped up a place and we have gone into 4th. And I don't know how we're doing this. I really don't know. But results are very, very strange at the moment. We have to go and get ourselves ready, pick ourselves up for the game, the second leg of the last 16 of the Europa League against Olympic Lyon. We'll get the team ready and we'll be right back before the kickoff. And here we are for the second leg of the round of 16 in the Europa League. And this is a game I think we should win. We are 3-1 up, and hopefully we'll do enough. And we've picked a team strong enough to actually win this game. We are fit enough, and the team today is Stefan with Mavropanos, Eric Garcia, Pavlovic and Jurasic at the back, Musrati, Ward-Prowse and Bargi, Rooney in midfield, with Lino, Kudus and Tony up front. This is a team that is capable of winning. We've just got to show up and we will win the game. If we don't show up, we won't win the game. But I won't be happy going out in this round, and we should make it to the quarterfinals, and I'm going to tell them that they should play well here today. We want to play better than we did against Aston Villa. We need to be keeping the ball, and we need to be playing very well in this game and winning this game quite comfortably. But unfortunately, it's going to be Lyon, and as often happens in these games when you're ahead, they are looking the better team at the moment. And I'm not quite sure which way we're playing at the moment, and I'm going to go to the high press. I don't think we should be playing a low block. I have been leaving this to my assistant, but I think I've left him do this too much, and I think we should be playing much higher up the pitch. We should take the game to Olympic Lyon. We should win this, and so let's go out there and look like we want to win it. We've picked a very good team. We've got some very good players out there today. We should win it, and we should win it well. But at the moment, it's all Lyon. We have all the possession, but again, we are not creating chances. And this tactic is well known for creating chances. And I don't know why we are not doing that at the moment. And at the moment, it's all Lyon who are actually being a bit of a nuisance. We are not controlling the game. And maybe I do need to maybe look at the tempo of the game and slow it down, try to just beat them by possession. But they are coming forward. They have scored. And I am going to drop the line back because this concerns me. That's twice that they have looked to get balls over the top, and maybe I will reduce the tempo. We have to now try and control possession. As often happens, we are a goal behind, and when you are 3-1 up, that's what happens in the game, that you'll go a goal behind. It's just to make you nervous, but we're not going to be nervous. We're just going to make some adjustments here. We want to stop them getting those balls over the top, and I'm going to slow the game down now. We're going to just try and win it by keeping the ball, and because we're not getting as much possession as I would like. I will not be happy if we go out of the competition at this stage. It will not be a good result. It will be a very, very poor performance. Olympic Lyon have been the better team. And overall, you can't argue with what's going on. They've created a lot more than we have. They've beaten us for pace, and they look like they are going to score again. And we are going to lose this game unless something happens. And I think I need to play in a much more positive way. Playing in a balanced way is not helping us anymore. We need to be bolder, get at teams. We're losing games because I think we're sitting back. And I don't know how many times I've said it, but the low block doesn't seem to work anymore. We need to attack and attack well. And the only way we're going to win games is not doing this and giving away free kicks. We are looking terrible. And we are the home team. And I don't know how we won 3-1 in the last game. We look dreadful at the moment as Lino looks to burst forward. We do have a lot of players going forward, but we've lost the ball again. And here come Leon again. And this looks terrible. I'm not a happy manager in this episode. I don't know what's going on. We've been playing so well, and suddenly we can't play football again. It's just terrible. It looks absolutely terrible. I'm going to have to berate the team because they are not playing well enough. Let's berate them. This is not good enough. You've got to do better. And it looks to me like we're being beaten with pace. But there's Ward-Prowse. And Ward-Prowse has got a goal out of nowhere. And once again, like Villa, we've been totally beaten off the park. And somehow we've got ourselves back into it. Sometimes this game defies me. We should not have had this. And for some reason, Olympic Lyon just let Ward-Prowse run all the way up the pitch and just take a shot at his leisure. Sometimes the game just is beyond me. I don't understand it at all. We shouldn't be in this game at all, but we do have a corner and Rooney is going to swing in the corner. Can we get on the end of it? Yes, we can. No, we can't. It's come out to Kudus, though. Kudus has made a shot and it has gone in and we've gone 2-1 up. It's an own goal. And I think that's probably it. Game over. I'm not quite sure which one of the changes I made that has made the difference, or even if it has. I think just maybe Olympic Lyon just came out of the dressing room like a bullet. They've shot their bolt now and they've got nothing left. But they do have a corner and it's probably going to be a high-scoring game, this, as Stefan manages to hold on to the ball. What I do know is to win, Olympic Lyon are going to have to score 4 times now. I don't think they're going to do that. They're going to have to score 3 times to take it to extra time. I think we should be good enough to beat them now. As Pavlovic, he looks outside for Lino. We have slowed the game down, and maybe that has helped us a little bit. As Jurassic, he looks to come forward, finds Maserati. He finds Kudus. Tony finds Rooney. Rooney's having a very good game. Bursts into the box. It's fired over the crossbar. It is a corner. Can we get another one before half-time and put this game to bed? I'll then be able to make some changes before the next game, which is Arsenal in the FA Cup. And there's a header. It's not going to come to us. What has happened here? The referee, is he giving a penalty? No, we've given away a free kick. And that is half-time. It's West Ham 2, Olympic Lyon 1. And, okay, our passing has got a little bit better. We're not playing that badly, and so maybe we shouldn't be too harsh on the boys. We are 2-1 up. We are 5-2 up on the tie. So maybe we should just keep going now. Just keep encouraging them, and hopefully we'll come home with a good result here. We are being pushed back a little bit, which is slightly worrying. And we do have a corner, though, and it's going to be Ward-Prowse to put in the corner. Looks like and that is one off the training ground. What a chance, what a goal. It is now 3-1, and that was definitely off the training ground. I think it's Rooney who's put it away, or is it Tony? I just couldn't keep up with that. What a little set-piece routine. Oh, it was Rooney with the assist, and Tony at the back post found himself in acres of space I do like this in FM, the new little set piece routines that happen add to the game a great deal, and it's very nice. Although we don't have much input into it, it's very nice when they do happen. I'd probably need to make some changes in a minute, but it looks like it's game done. Although Leon are looking to come forward. We are going to go and counter, though. Here is Kudus. Kudus looking to break. Can he find someone in space? He's going all on his own. He's gone for a long way. He finds Ward-Prowse, and Ward-Prowse has made it 4-1. That is game over. What a run by Kudus. And when we play like this, we look delightful. Again, when we play like we did in the first 20 minutes of the game, we look awful. But when we play like this, it's an absolute joy. Kudus went miles, and Prowse first time. He's starting to get some shots on target, is Ward-Prowse. Shame he's so unhappy. I think I'm going to go and make some changes now. And so we have made 4 changes, and we have brought some fresh legs onto the pitch. Alvarez, Sola, and Ward-Prowse is tired, but I want to keep him on, see if he can get his hat-trick. But it is going to be Leon, but Ward-Prowse should pick that up. I don't want him running around too much. He is fairly tired, but he is on a hat-trick, and he hopefully can get his hat-trick. Here is Alvarez, though. He finds Kudus. Kudus looking for Paqueta. Paqueta has scored. And it is now West Ham 5, Olympic Lyon 1. I don't know if it's anything to do with the changes that I made, but we look a completely different team now, and we are absolutely slamming them. And maybe it was pulling the line back, maybe it was the shorter passing game. I don't know if I've made any difference or whether they've just run out of puff. But whatever's happened in the last 30 to 40 minutes, we look a completely different team, as do Olympic Lyon. We've totally torn them apart. It's now West Ham 5, Olympic Lyon 1. And I think we do have one more substitution that we need to make. I think possibly it should be Ward-Prowse coming off, and maybe we will bring on a young lad, give a young lad a game. Preston Fearon can come on and play for 10 minutes or so. Just give him a run out, and hopefully he will do a nice job for us, give Ward-Prowse some resting time. It's been a good performance. We have won 8-2 on the tie. But I think Olympic Lyon, are they going to have the last word? Ball into the box, headed clear. And they are looking to score. I actually don't mind. Let's give them a goal before the end. They probably deserve one for what they did in the first 20 minutes. We have defended well. Fearon is not on his game at the moment. He can't find his man. And here come Olympic Lyon. And with only 5 minutes left, these are unnecessary highlights, I think, as there's a ball over the top. That's what they tried to do earlier on. It was those balls over the top that caused us all these problems. They have got one back. It's 5-2. It's 8-3 overall, the tie. They're not going to come back into it now, so it is pretty much game over. We've done well, and we have won and got into the quarterfinals. I really do think that we can win this competition. We're going to need a bit of luck and a following wind, but we can win this competition. It's been fairly close, really. We just, in the second half, upped our game and took our chances. And that's football, and we were very lucky. I made some changes. I don't know if they had any effect on the game, but we have won the game, and we've gone on to win it by 8-3 overall. A very, very satisfying performance. I do think we have a chance in this competition. And that's it for this episode. We're going to play through as much as we can. We may come back for 2 more episodes. We will find out who we're playing in the quarterfinals, and then possibly come back for a couple more episodes. I'm not quite sure how it's going to pan out yet. And that's it for this video. If you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then you are definitely in the right place. So why not? Subscribe, like, watch, comment, do all that good stuff. Help the channel to grow and help us to support the very, very good work of the British Heart Foundation. I just love this game. I feel absolutely exhausted. I've been playing the game a lot, and it is actually very heavy on the nerves. I'll give it that. All that remains to be said for now is stay safe And we will see you in the next episode.